Thanks for coming. Tonight, I'm cleaning and restoring my hand grippers. So if you're into Q&A about grip and watching restoration projects, you're in the right place. So what I do with my hand grippers is I have a nylon brush. This nylon brush, I get nice and wet, and that moisture, that dampness is gonna pull all of this chalk out of the handles. Hand grippers, you put in your hand like this, set them in there, and then you squeeze them down and touch the handle. And it's an awesome training tool for grip, it really is. But what's the problem? The fine knurling that's on these handles, which you need to stick into, hey buddy, how's it going? It's great to see you, homie. Man, give this thing a like if you don't mind. It's always nice seeing the regulars on here, the grip squad. So what I do is, I come across the knurling, I always go slow. Yo, what's up? Good to see you as well, man. We're getting the grip guys in early tonight, I see. Like that like button. And I come across always in one direction. What I'm trying to do, because the knurling is sharp, which is used to push against your hand so it doesn't slip, I get this wet because the chalk embeds itself. If I'm able to remove most of the chalk, that's going to allow me to get a better grip on it. A couple guys here already know all this because they're hardcore grip nuts. I find this very relaxing. I pick up my hand dynameter late next week. Guys wondering if I've ever tried one. I'm very excited to have it. So I'm hosting a large grip contest this year, June 13th and 14th of 2026. And one of the things we're going to have for the crowd to try is a dynameter. I was going to maybe do hand grippers, but for the average person who hasn't trained with them, I don't know if it's a good test because you guys know, you train. If you just grab it, you try to squeeze it, it's tough. You don't know about setting it or squeezing it. You might not have chalk. But a dynameter is a mechanical device. The handles are closer together, and you can just go like this. And I like that Big Gorilla is commenting on here, so he's getting 200. It's actually really good from what I understand, man. So I'm excited to get mine. I'm getting mine from Cannon PowerWorks. When I need grip equipment, I either go through IronMind directly because they're a fantastic company. For those of you who know IronMind, while we're cleaning these, what you're seeing, this is all chalk that we got in the hand grippers last night during training. And I'm getting the bristles wet and I'm pulling that. Look at that foaming. See how dirty that was? I'm pulling it all out. And that's what you're seeing. You're just seeing the chalk being removed from the hand gripper. The knurling on these is really deep. Dude, you'll be able to do that. You're a beast. We all know that. The knurling on these is really deep and it sucks all the chalk up so. If you have a nylon brush, which I do, and you get a little water, you start at the top, do it in sections, especially if it's really dirty like this. Can you see? See all that chalk? But if you get it wet, which I'm doing, when the water meets the chalk, you start to see that. You see that strong foam. We like the foam. We like the foam for a little bit because when it's foam, look at, we can brush it right off. That just comes right off. Problem is, if you leave that foam too long, now it's mixed with water and it can actually reset in the hand gripper. And then it can become even tougher to remove the next time you try it. So yeah, it's important to clean your grippers. This is a tool, right? This helps make us better. If we take good care of this, it'll last a long time. I'm not going to say anything for a second and just listen to how relaxing that is. I'd say if you're passionate about it, it's definitely worth doing, man. Big Gorilla. So I like to go down one direction. I try to hit every surface. Look at that foam. There it is. You see all that bubbling? That's the water and magnesium carbonate. That's actually what chalk is. So we're gonna take that right off. This gripper is almost done. Then we'll get into the next one. Glad to have so many people here so early. Hope everybody had a nice Sunday. Big Gorilla, was it relaxing for you? It's super relaxing for me to clean a gripper. You get all stressed, you get all aggressive when you're closing it. See if the tag needs help. No, doesn't need much. There, that shines up much better now. We like that now, don't we? That 84 is really popping. So what I was saying is, you get, kind of in the aggressive head space when you're using the grippers because you have to squeeze so hard. But this part of it, the cleaning, well, I like the cleaning a lot. It's relaxing. Listen. See that? That bubble, that's the water meeting the chalk. It's bubbling out of the knurling. Although it's fun to look at, you need to remove it fast. If you don't remove it fast, it'll just harden again. Listen to that noise. If you find this relaxing, if you like this, hit the like button so I know. I think people like the noise. Okay, look at this. You see how dirty it is? You see all that white? That's chalk. Even the spring has some. We'll take care of that right now. There we go. That's better. What I was going to say is, all this is chalk. Last night on the channel, we were doing our hand training. Sorry, your back hurt. It's very relaxing. Stretch out that back, man. Get some heat on it. If you're after the first 48 hours, it's heat. So we got a lot of this chalk in last night. Some is a couple days old. And we're using the soft bristle nylon to pull it all out. There we go. When I clean mine or restore my hand grippers, I always do one thing. I get one hand completely clean first, one handle. Then I rotate it. Once I've cleaned one handle, I get just a simple washcloth, a small rag will do just fine. I put it in there, and this hand I loosely grab. This hand I spin it. Just do a couple reps. I don't push hard. I don't want to dull the knurling. I don't want to do anything like that. Let's take a look at this tag. Tag looks okay. Let's just see if we can. Nice. When I say I find this relaxing, I really do. For example, got my fun candle going over here. It's Bath and Body cinnamon sugared pecans. It absolutely smells amazing. So I've done that. I just finished dinner. I put the kids to bed. So now tonight it's me time. Let's see, what time is it here? We're a little after 9 o'clock. A little after 9 o'clock. For those of you who are asking, where's Dano? Dano will be on the channel next Sunday. Look at all that. Hey, when you try your dynometer, tell us what you get, please. Super curious to know. This is from my first child. This is just her old rag, little spit up rag. She doesn't need it anymore. It's horribly stained on the other side. So that's why I'm using it. I'd never use one of her good ones, never. Let's grab the next gripper. We'll grab a unique one next. This one we used last night on the stream. Because this is colored red, the chalk really stands out. You see that? Look at all that chalk. So we're going to go like this. Okay, it's officially 9:08 here for those that were asking. Guessing it's not 9:08 in India. Look at all that. Look at all those bubbles. That's just the chalk. It's just the chalk. There we go. Cleaning our hand grippers. After that, we'll restore them with this. This spring doesn't need much help. I'll take the bits of chalk off, but it's finely oiled. You can actually see that in there. It's very satisfying. Thanks for mentioning that. It certainly is nice. So let's come back. Let's get this side. We haven't done this side yet. Look at all that. We have to get rid of that. Let's get that off there right now. We don't want that on there. That's chalk. That's our hand chalk from last night. That's all that means. So what are people up to today? How did everybody spend their Sunday? My Sunday, yeah, super satisfying. Played a new video game with my brothers. It was a pretty awesome video game. Came home with some pizza for the family. Very relaxing, very chill day. Here's the other side. This hand gripper was the last one we did on the live stream last night. We shut it 3 times confidently as the last set. It was a bonus set. Somebody in the stream last night was asking if we could close it. Squatting before grippers is the best thing you can do. And I 100% mean that. I know a lot of people that do that. It gets all the blood flowing. You feel like your forearms are just so warmed up and you haven't even done anything. Moreover, because your body, the central nervous system is firing so hard, when you go to do a small movement like this, your body just excels at it. It just really gives it heck. So when I do these, I take my nylon brush, I keep dipping it in water. That's this noise you're hearing, water, and then I hold the gripper close and in one direction. We're pulling all the chalk out of the handles. Nothing more than that. We're keeping it super simple. We can do some Q&A if people have any training questions. We did some of that last night as well. It's fun. I like talking shop. So that's unfortunate. At one point in a bag, it ground against another gripper, and you can see it wore off a little knurling and a little color. And this is such a classic gripper. This gripper, you'd easily be able to sell. For, not easily, but you'd find some people that'd pay $300, $325 for it. They no longer make this style gripper. So this is a GHP. They no longer make these. And they only made this color red. I mean, it was like a month or two, not much more than that. We're going to do some green ones in a second. That's the same brand. That's the GHP. And these colors, these off colors, because normally they're silver, right? These were only made for a very short amount of time. They're really hard to find. And the only one I'm missing in my set, I'm just missing the number 1, a green GHP1. There we go. Nice. And what we're seeing underneath that layer of chalk, see that discoloration? We can attack that later if we want. Sounds counterintuitive, but we would use this. This is a steel bristle, but it's a soft steel bristle. And if you use this and a little oil, which I have over here, and you get into that, you'll really be able to restore your grippers. You'll be able to pull that right out. I'll show you know what? Let me finish this handle and I'll show you maybe without the oil, just using the steel handle. See that? You gotta get that off there. That's no good. That's the trainer. It's coming in nice tonight. It's buried in chalk from all the warm-up sets. And we did one working set with it last night. Nice. Now look at the difference. Look what we're gonna do. That's covered in chalk. So first let me do this bottom part. Bottom part's not so bad. Then look at the difference between the bottom and the top. Appreciate everybody jumping in and out of this stream. We're talking grip training. We're cleaning some hand grippers. Now, I don't know, without my oils, I don't know if we're gonna be able to remove those marks. See that discoloration, but we're gonna try it. So I'm gonna take a second. I'm gonna hit just this top. We'll do the other handle in a second. Let's pull that. Let's pull a lot of the bulk of that off while we're at it. Let's hit the spring a little bit. See if it looks a lot better after. I mean, looks fantastically better. So, we have a steel brush, albeit a soft steel brush. We've got those marks in it. You see that? If I were to break out my oils and let it sit, we'd be able to get in there in between the individual knurling and really get after it. I'll still try this brush to see if it can do anything with just water. I'm not going to say anything, just see if you find this as relaxing as I do. All right, let's look at one of those trouble spots. Now I'm going to dig into it now with this. I'll hit my hand a little bit. I won't try to, but it's a byproduct. Now we know what it looked like before. Because this isn't chalk, we're going to have to get after it a little bit. Well, that's certainly better, isn't it? So how interesting. We didn't even have to bust out the special oils. Just went like that and it got a lot better. We're going to do the other side. The other side looks absolutely horrible. We'll go first to our nylon brush, which we've been using for most of the cleaning and restoring tonight. Look at that. Do you guys see that? Oh, that's not good. Just nasty. So what I'm cleaning out, the knurling here. Use chalk when you train these. It goes into your hand. The chalk holds in place, and you go for a close, right? It makes sense. But the chalk gets buried into these little knurlings so easily. I'm just coming through. I'm making sure to pull it out. And now that we've pulled out some chalk, we see that there's some other discoloration. The other side looked worse. So I think once we get the chalk out, we're going to be able to get in here. I think we're going to be able to pull some of this. I don't want to call it rust because aluminum doesn't really rust. Let's see. I won't say anything. See if you guys find this relaxing. This feels relaxing. You hit the like button. Let's see how many people enjoy this. It's the T. That's no good. Let's get rid of that. All right, we're gonna grab the steel bristle. It's a softer steel bristle, so we should be fine. Using it on this shouldn't dull it. I'm not using my oil tonight. I'm just gonna dampen this, and I'm gonna look. So I should be able to clean that out. These bristles should dig into that knurling pretty easy. Yeah, see, it's already doing it. So that area there, let's get after that. Try not to hit our hand too much because it doesn't feel amazing. Now the next gripper I'm going to show you is quite dirty. So it's going to look exponentially better when we clean it. We're going to grab it right now. This gripper was definitely used last night. Then we had some people try it as well. See how dirty that is? Watch this. All right, 4 minutes, brother. Go for it. Let us know how it goes. I'm super curious. What you should see is a nice, sharp, distinct line running right down the handle. Doesn't that look nice? Let's get more water. Let's see if we can keep that straight line going. Yep. So we can actually do that pretty easily. We've got more water. We're going to start over here. Watch what we do. So I found this really relaxing. I'll be quiet for a second. How dirty that got. That's just the chalk, the foam. More water. We'll make short work of this. That looks so nice. So what are people up to tonight? Where's everybody from? We're cleaning our grippers in St. Paul, Minnesota. We're having a just fine time doing it. We've got a gentleman in the chat. He's always here. He's going to try a max effort in a second. Oh, here we go. Let's get after this side. See all that chalk from last night's workout? There we go. So let's sweep it out of there. Just sweep it out of the grooves. So there's chalk in this gripper. That's what you're seeing. That's the white stuff. We introduce water to it, and when the water hits it, and you put a little friction on it, that's when you actually see the foaming start. And what that tells us is the magnesium carbonate, which is what chalk is, plus the H2O water, mixes, starts to bubble out. It relieves itself of the knurling. And at that moment, it's important to pull it out. If you don't, it will dry and be stuck on harder than the first time. We're going to make a nice sharp line in this one. Ready? Look at that. Isn't that amazing? It just goes right down. Boom, 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 boom. So let's eliminate that whole line. And we'll just make some, let's get relaxed. If you notice, I've got the candle going over here. Smells great. It's cinnamon sugared pecans from Bath & Body. We've got our little Christmas tree going on. I'll show you, I've actually got my fun little Santa hat on. I hope you can see it. I just truly find this extremely relaxing. So this is not a workout at all. This is just calming. We talk a little quieter than we do in most streams. We move a little slower. There we go. Gonna grab the next one right after this. Let's have a look at that spring. That spring's seen better days. It's a little dirty. Let's pop in there. Look at that. Nice, nice, nice. We'll give it a quick wipe down. Dry off the handle a bit. First attempt, 96.5, that sounds good. What model dyno are you using? Look at that. It's gonna look so nice and green. 1, 2, 3. It's incredible. You saw how dirty it was before. Let's do this one. Nice and green. Boom. I lied. I'm so sorry. I missed that spot. That's okay. It's always more nylon brush. It's always more water. Nice. Doesn't that come in nice? That's the GHP3. It's a beautiful gripper. Because it's high-end, because it's expensive, and it's one of our favorite grip tools, we try to take really exceptional care of it. Does this number tag need any help? Sure does. There, now it looks like 60, 66, we like that better. The next gripper we grab is actually super dirty, so we should see a nice transformation with it. So let's try this again. We dry off each handle like this. We wrap the other one like this. And watch what happens, gang. When I reveal it, look how shiny and just beautiful is 1, 2, 3. That pops. Look at that color radiate. Let's do the other side. 1, 2, 3. And here's what it looked like before. Ready? This is how you restore something. You find out, if you want to restore something, find out, okay, what is the item I'm restoring? What did it originally look like? What could it look like again? And what do I need to do when it looks like this to make it look like this? So I'm going to grab another gripper, this one here. I'm going to give it a quick clean. I'm going to explain what I'm doing to it while I'm doing it. Makes sense? I'll also stop talking in a moment so you can enjoy and see how relaxing it is. So look at that. See that right there? Doesn't take much water. Doesn't take much water at all. We've got our nice nylon brush. This little bucket of water, it's all we have. There's no soap. You don't need detergents. Listen, I won't say anything for the rest of the handle. Get that tight edge. So let's rotate it like this. Let's finish what we started. Oh, that looks so good, you guys. Look at that. Very pleased with how this is going. That chalk was really in there. See what I mean? You see that before? Look what we're looking at now. Such a big difference. And it sounds so wonderful. Let's go again. We've got more water. We're going to slide it, put our finger through the ring to steady it. That's wonderful. That's great. Oh, 200. Oh, the GD 200. Nice. I think that's the one I'm getting. So I want to show you something. Some of you haven't seen the bad handle, so let me wrap both sides. Gripper's out of view. Ready? So, same hand gripper. Each hand was equally dirty, each side, so the presentation. It's a little wet, but that's much cleaner. Look at this bad side. 1, 2. I think everyone can agree it needs some help. So let's get after it. Let's talk through this one. How do we make this side, which is disgusting and hard to look at, look like this? How do we restore this gripper to its former glory? We just take our nylon toothbrush, an old one, we don't use this one. We start at the top, and we make just like this. I always go the same direction. I never push too hard. What I'm hoping is I'm getting water in the, can you hear that? I want it in there, in the knurling. That's where the chalk is stuck. Our hand shoved it in there during training. So I want to get as much water as I can in there. Now when I use my nail like that, it actually hurts, so we won't be doing a lot of that. That's a nice second attempt. I'm gonna show this, so note the chalk. Do you see that there? You see the bubbles, right? This is magnesium carbonate. That's what chalk is. This is water in a nylon brush. Hey, thanks for the like, I appreciate it. Earlier I said, if you find this relaxing, hit that like, and a couple people did. For me, and I do this with all my equipment and things I own, I always try to leave it better than I found it. I want to put the time and energy into it. I want to make things look as good as they can for as long as they can. Learn how to treat stuff. Look at that, that's gross. I'm sorry people had to see that. Now, when you see bubbles, as fun as they are to look at, as they pop, that means the water is drying, and that condensate, what's left behind, could get stuck right back in there. So when I see bubbles, I look for a second, and then I go. I pull it right out until I don't see any more bubbles. God, you saw that. You almost couldn't read this because there were so many bubbles. All right, now we go inside. Look at that. Do you see the difference? We've only done one pass. We need to, well, here, we'll do the second pass now. So nylon brush wins every time. Nylon, water against knurling will win. Before, after. Let's take and get this side. Here we go. Hey, thanks for that like. I said it before, I'll say it again. If you find this, listen to this. Relaxing. Detoxifying, distressing. Hit the like button. Last time we did this, we had 7 likes. I bet we can get more than that. All that bubble, that's no good. I know it looks nice to look at. We need to get it out right away. Don't sit and look at it, please. Big Rilla, you're owning the chat, bud. You're doing some good training, man. Appreciate it. So let's get this damp. We're going to try one other thing in a second. Okay, that looks good. We missed a spot. Let's pull to this side. We'll make our nut. Hey, thanks for that. Appreciate the like. I've got a new baby at home, Big Rilla. I'm not sleeping so well, but I still feel like every day is a blessing. look at that. You know what's interesting? This looks clean, right? It looks just nice and manufactured green. But we know there's still product in there. And we know there's still some on these bristles. Don't know if you can hear that? Maybe. We know that because when we add the friction, right? We're still getting bubbles. We don't want any bubbles. So let's dip the brush. There we are. Wonderful. Yeah, actually, even only at 4 likes, we're going to beat the previous record we had on the stream when we cleaned our grippers. So that's nice. That's cool. We'll do a before and after reveal in a second. Goodbye, bubbles. Let's clean up this last little bit. We'll probably have to do this part twice. Nice. Let's get all those bubbles out of there while we can still see them. So we'll do one more internal inside. I know we forgot some. It's a splendid green. It really is. I don't know if this is a Kelly green, a mint green. So watch this. I'm going to grab the rag. Go both handles. We'll dry them quick. Let's check for any residue. We'll check the tag now that we're here. So the tag says 60. Roman King, that's super funny. Yeah, I suppose it is a little bit. What I was telling people earlier is if you look, I just find this super relaxing. We've got the nice candle. We've got the Christmas tree. It was a little bit of a stressful week. That's fine. I'm not getting much sleep because of the new kid at home, but when I clean my grippers, hey man, if you like stuff like that, sub the channel. You won't miss the next one. It's super relaxing. I've got my Santa hat going. So a thing about me, and I don't know if it's true for other people. Here, look at this first. You remember how horrible it was. Oh, we still have a line. Yeah, I can get to touch it up. Got a little there. The holidays for me, and I know everybody's different. So there's 34 people in here now. I'm guessing of the 34 people, a third of them, maybe the holidays are stressful, everything about them. Then you have the third like me, where maybe they're truly relaxing because they are. They bring out the best in me. I honestly mean that. And then you probably have the remainders who are either in between, could really care less, don't celebrate holidays. But I'll say this. If you ever wanted to be thankful, what a great time to be thankful right now. So yeah, for me, putting on my Santa hat, even though it's not Christmas yet, well done, sir. Well done. Just doing this. Actually, I can use this one too. So for a bit of a change, listen to this. So this we do, this is our steel brush. It's a softer bristle. It doesn't have the prickle to it. See, I'll do it 3, 4 passes, more than that. I won't say anything, listen. Okay, right? Think about that. Which one is more soothing? I'm curious. We did this a week and a half ago, and I did this, so. And this one feels more like a stern, like someone's giving me a nice foot massage, getting all the kinks out. Roman, so BC, I'm the same way. I like this one. You get a little water in it, but this feels like not a deep tissue. This is very surface. This is hot stone. And what decompresses me is, and I don't know why. Maybe everybody's different, but that's what I need. Let me grab a truly dirty, horrifying gripper after I dry these handles. You may be able to see it. So on the table, that one looks the most white because it's buried in chalk, but that red one, we'll do one of the white ones. No, let's do the red one next. Let's just get into the red one. It's Christmas. I'll show you. These are Christmas colors. The different one is, this one makes me want to puke. It's so dirty. Even though I used it yesterday, and this one is so beautiful, I want to put it underneath my pillow. So green guy, you can go over here. I'm sorry, we've already done this one. It should be over here. We're going to move on to this one. What I do, generally speaking, and I'll do it now, is I say a couple things. These are grippers. These are handles on the gripper. They have a lot of knurling. They're sharp. They really are. They hold so much chalk because when you're using them, it pushes it in between the knurling. So I start with my wire brush. Oh, look at that. I didn't even have to hardly push. I didn't even have to hardly push. Yeah, I'm the same way. So one or two of those grippers, I'm not joking, have very special, here, let me point out, it's the 79. This 79 and this one, the number one, here, I'll do this one next. This one specifically has high raised knurling. When you do high raised knurling, which is what this is, against the steel wired, it's, yeah, hypnotic, dare I say. You don't have to wait long. We're kind of killing it right here. This red one's coming out real nice. Real nice. Somebody, again, we've cleaned grippers. This is the third time in live, and the first time, I don't know if it's true or not. There was one person like, hey, I'm new here. This is interesting. 5 minutes later, hey, I'm getting sleepy. Then near the end of the chat, they're like, what happened? I must have dozed off because now all the grippers are clean. That actually was cool. I won't say anything, just listen. While you listen, look for the chalk. It'll bubble. We'll get some fresh water. Dude, it's so Christmas tree colors, not even funny. So as relaxing as this is, it's very unrelaxing if you, That's all good. Yeah, we don't. Just follow us and you won't miss this. I like having cool people here. We're gonna go straight line. One of my favorite things to do in cleaning grippers, because it is kind of hypnotic, so I'm just trying to make a straight line. And honestly, free-forming, just free-handing it. Nice, thanks, dude. Very cool. We'll definitely keep cleaning them. Next, oh yeah, it is. Oh yeah, next Sunday actually, so 1 week. My brother has the Rainbow Edition. They're Korean actually. Funky colors, I love them. He's coming over, we're gonna train grippers, but after training, we're cleaning them. His are so caked. I actually have another brush. It's a little bit more hardcore than this. Don't really want to pull knurling. I'm a little worried it will pull color, but it's gonna sound amazing. What's cool is a lot of time we're just doing strength training on the channel. You know, we get 30, 40 likes. The last time we did this, we got 7 likes. We're at 5 now. I still got a handful to do. We'll for sure shatter that number. I guess I appreciate people being here. I'd be cleaning these in my basement either way, but it's, hey, thanks, 6, we're almost there. But it's really fun having other people on here. There's a gentleman, Big Rilla. He's on here all the time. He knows a lot of stuff. He keeps the comment section fun, I'll say. It's out of Australia. So after this one, we're gonna go to a high raised knurl. All that means is this is knurling. Maybe you can hear it. Actually, I don't think you heard that. I'm not you guys, I'm not on your side, so I don't know. Yeah, you're killing it, dude. So we're gonna go straight line like this. I won't talk. We're gonna watch bubbles right now. Bubble them up. I don't know what it is. There's something about taking something that's either dirty, broken, all patina, although I like patina on things, and removing it, making something better than it ever was, or as good as it was, I should say. I just find that intoxicating. I can honestly say that. It just feels so freaking good. Oh, here's a story. It may or may not be interesting. So we moved into this house. Yeah, it is. It actually is. That's a good way of saying it. It's perfection. So we'll do the reveal. We moved into this house about a year and a half ago, and I've done half the garage. The garage is all original wood from like 100 years ago. But picture the side of a garage, plank, 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 plank. So I took a hand, the hand sander, like a planer, and I was, that was okay. But when I took that off, I had like a sandpaper, yeah, it was like sandpaper glove I had on. I went, and it's hard because the boards would be running this. It was so amazing, that noise. It was just great. So here's what we've been working towards, everybody. Nice. Did I see glitter? That looked like glitter. Lucky us. Let me move into, I want to pick the, yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, this one's better. We'll knock this one out than that one. So a little bit about us. We're Bald Meets World. We just started doing this a couple months ago. I love getting to the gym, but we've got the newborn at home. It's winter in Minnesota, so getting outside is tough. I just didn't have the chance to talk to all my buddies or make new friends at the gym, so I started this YouTube. And I'm shocked. Like, look at my guy, Big Rilla. And actually, Roman King Tonight's been thrown down in the comments. It's like, I'd be doing this anyways, 100%. Again, this isn't the most raised. That will be coming next. But when you get to do it with other people, it's just way, way more fun. 7 likes. So that's the most we've ever got on a gripper cleaning day. So that's cool. Usually our physical training gets a lot of likes. We have to clean, we have to restore the grippers, but we don't do it to get a lot of likes. Dude, be careful with your hands, man. You only get the one pair. So we appreciate people hopping in and out. Been at it for a couple months now. I did this. I don't know who here's from the US. I know some people aren't because my guy from India and Australia aren't. But if you've heard of the Mall of America, I think a lot of you have. I rented it out June 14th. There's a massive rotunda by the theme park. I'm putting on a huge, huge grip contest, which the normal people on the stream already know. So sorry for mentioning it again. And I'm going to contest it at the Mall of America. I love the Mall of, oh no. Ooh, I lent this out to someone. They've deadened, they've baldened the knurling. It's okay, he's a good buddy. He didn't mean to. So anyways, I'm throwing a massive contest there. We'll stream it on this channel, but it's just going to be really cool. Everybody from North America coming, hanging out. Now look at the difference, people. Oh, first of all, gross. Look at all the bubbles. Look at this handle. I mean, that counts as shiny gets. We'll start this one with the steel handle. What we should hear, so just real quick, just to demonstrate, here's the noise of just a soft nylon. That's fine. For me, that's more visually aesthetic than it is for my ears. However, for me, and Roman was saying the same thing, and I honestly mean this, when I use this one, on a sharper knurling, the image I get, yeah, right? That's exactly right. This reminds me of my masseuse that I go to when I'm on my stomach, and she kind of like digs both of her heels, the hands, so the hand of your heel, right? Hey, what's going on? Good to have you. And she'll oil up her hands and starts at the bottom of the back and she just pushes in the back. That's what this noise reminds me of, because it's just this, it reminds me of her just getting the work done. Hey, Sames, what we're doing is cleaning up our hand grippers, and we're changing off between this brush, which I find extremely satisfying in the knurling, which we'll use on this gripper next, which will be twice as satisfying because the knurling on this is much sharper. Therefore, the opportunity for friction, the metrics, when it's higher and you're using a deeper, well, it can plane harder. But we're using this brush. I'm proud of you, Big Gorilla. You're a beast. So we're cleaning it, but honestly, at least some of the people on here, myself included, are finding this oddly relaxing. Hey, you 44 people that are in here, I appreciate it. I've mentioned it twice on here. If we get one more like, it's the most we've ever had for cleaning our grippers. Our training grippers get a lot. And I guess tonight we're getting a lot of attention for doing this. I don't think this will work, but let me try something. So how would I have to hold it? Maybe like this. Yeah, that's what I wanted. So we'll dry this. We're going to do this gripper, which should give us a little bit better sound. It should. So anyways, getting back to, that's what we do. We come on live every night, usually between 8:30 and 9. If we're not training, and oftentimes we're training, then we're doing something like this. We're taking care of our training equipment. I actually have, and I'll do it later this week, I have a nice recovery workout I do. It's a little bit of abs, self-massage. So where I didn't think you could hear the other gripper, I know you can hear this. So let's try again. That's great knurling. That is both painful when using, because the knurling, again, really bites into your hand. It's also kind of, I don't know, satisfying. This handle, which is super dirty, will steel wire brush. We'll knock out one or two more. But if you're new here and you like this kind of stuff, we clean our grippers once a week. It's either Saturday or Sunday. And it's very, I'm serious when I say this. I really am. I've got the Christmas tree set up. I've got some Halloween characters on there. That candle's from Bath & Body. It's cinnamon sugared pecans. This is really a relaxing endeavor for me. If you like this, we're almost on to the other side. And the other side is going to be, I would say, even better. Okay, nice, nice, nice. We like that. So get ready. Wired brush. Wired brush against the high knurl. Starting on the inside. Sometimes if the chalk is stuck, it doesn't usually happen. If it is, Then I angle it more and I go both directions like a, and what I think of when I'm doing this, I'm trying to get those bristles buried in between. Oh, did you really? Captain D, I thought those were rolls of Sweeties candies. Man, that's fantastic. That is it's a subworthy comment. That's what we call that. So listen, I won't talk for a second. All right. Got more grippers to go here. I'm loving the sound. I'm loving the comments. Roman's had a couple bangers of comments. Captain D does too. Let me dry this and then grab the next one. Where are people from? Oh, just out of curiosity. If you're not comfortable, don't say it. I'm St. Paul, Minnesota. I know that. Tyler Aarons, where are you from? We're just asking people. We have Australia. We have India. I'm St. Paul, Minnesota. Curious. Anybody else comfortable saying where they're from? This is a different type of nylon. It shouldn't make much of a different sound. We'll move on to this one. Knock out a couple of these remainers. America. That is a fantastic place to be. I've got some pretty American things in my basement. I don't mind saying that. So the chalk I use during my training gets in these handles. See how gross it gets? Nice and white. If you look at the Bald Meets World profile picture, it's 3 massive dumbbells the color of the American flag, which maybe you noticed as you click to get into the chat. And it's a little more stuck. You can kind of see it's more stuck than I'd like. Swatch it to this side. Go a little quieter. Nice, man. Congratulations on making an account. I think as long as you're on here doing stuff you're passionate about and you really like, you're going to have a great time. For example, tomorrow, starting at 8:30, we're doing our weekly push-ups. Tomorrow the number is 600. So we'll go to the gym, we'll do all our stretching, we'll do our cardio, we'll do our incline press. We're gonna come home and we're gonna go right into our push-ups. 600 is a lot. My plan, yeah, Tyler, if you sub the channel, I can then find you because I'll have your information about your channel. I can check out your channel. What do I see here? Okay, no, we're good. I thought there was some. Oh, there is a little discoloration. So when I find discoloration, there's some on this one too. I try to get not too much water on there, and I sit on it. That's what I do. And that seemed to have cleaned up real well. What you'll notice here as we do some of the cleaning and really get into it, you're gonna see some nice bubbles going. The bubbles are the water meeting the chalk. The water is turning it, helping it bubble out of the porous surface, which is what we want, right? Because then we can just take it right out of here. That chalk's not helping anybody. It's a super eyesore, by the way. So So we're more than happy to be done with it. I find this super relaxing. I love cleaning my grippers. You can see I've got a candle in the background. I've got my Christmas tree. I've got my Santa hat. Get water on this. This is, to be clear, this is just nylon bristle. We have a steel wire. We don't need it on this gripper. I tried it going one direction. Yeah, you know what? It's really working out well tonight. It's just super relaxing. I've got on my indoor shoes because I find them, oh, there we go. My indoor shoes are super comfortable. They never get dirty. Got a nice, fun long sleeve shirt on. I've rolled up the sleeves for obvious reasons. I don't want my sleeves, I guess, looking like my forearm or my hands. Don't really want that. So let's get into the next gripper. This one gets so much use. It's not a surprise that it's just caked. This one is a candidate for the wire brush. It's got the higher raised knurling. It really does. So I won't talk for a second, but I'll say this. As I go through and do this, if you find this relaxing at all, hit the like button. There's a little bit of fuzz. This little bubble. Watch, I'll move a little quicker. Just a little bit of bubble. What that is, as we switch to the nylon brush, a different medium, that's us pulling the chalk out of the hand gripper. And it's going very well. There it is. You see all that bubbling? Means the water's getting into the knurling. Doing exactly what it's supposed to do. We want it to be returned to kind of the shiny, sparkly. Now we take that right off there if you look closely. See? There we go. Doesn't that look better? Now this handle does not look good. There's no shine. The handle doesn't pop at all. Thumb is wet. There it is, a 0.5. So we'll fix that for everybody right now. It's great having everybody in here. Really appreciate that this fine Sunday evening. It's an absolute blessing to have my newborn son here, to have him down sleeping for the moment. So now I'm doing something for me. These are my grip tools. I train my forearms with them, but I take immaculate care of them. Getting the chalk out of the handles. The bubbling that you see, that is the chalk pulling out of there. We do this once a week. It's either Saturday or Sunday because I train with them during the week, once, maybe twice, and I have people that come over, my training partners train with them. So if you get all those hands grabbing this full of chalk, they're going to get dirty. These are amazing little machines. It honestly, it's the end of the year. I'm more emotional. Maybe everybody is. He is an absolute blessing. He looks a little bit like me. He reaches up and touches your face when you're trying to feed him. He does all the things that you would want a healthy little boy to do. He hasn't done anything. He can't do anything. He just burps and poops, but he's already made me so proud. I don't know what else to say. I really don't. So there's a super gross one, the 98. This one's just staring at us right in the face. An embarrassment to the grip community. Hey, that 8th like, that's the most likes we've ever had for gripper cleaning. So thank you very much to whoever did that. I'd say it by name, but they don't show me that. Or I just have dad brain and I can't figure it out. But it's been fun being on YouTube. Because I have the son at home, I don't get to the gym as much. So I do a lot of my training here in the basement between 8:30 and 9 every night. It's what I can do to keep my peace. Oh, look at that line. Do you see that? Look at that line. That's beautiful. Here, let me try to do one thing. Let me try to clean that up. It's slightly cattywampus. So that's actually pretty straight. So I'm not an artist at all, but I'm always blown away by people who can make and perform art. So I might be the one person on. There's 40 some people on here. When you're in Vegas, Louisiana, and there's street performers, and yeah, maybe they're in your way, but the stuff they can do, hey, you're welcome for the relaxing content. I don't mind that. Full disclosure, sometimes we get a little after and get a little sweaty when we're working out. But we have 2 nights a week. We have our gripper cleaning, which is relaxing, and we have active recovery. We work with a Bosu ball, massage balls, massage gloves, and other things. But the street performers, whatever art they're doing, it's so far from anything I could ever think of or do that I just love seeing them. I don't know what they use their money for. I don't know if it's, they're supposed to have licenses to do those things. I just know that they're people. Anytime I see somebody doing something I can't do, it's just so cool to see, right? Because it's foreign to me. This is cleaning up really well. Actually, it's cleaning up extremely well. Look at that. Look at that bubble. That was a large one. That really was. We're going to do the 107 next, then the 73. So let me talk real quick. This tag hanging down says 98. The 98 means it takes 98 pounds of pressure to touch this handle to that handle. So I get that question when I'm using them, like last night, or when I'm cleaning them. People say, why the numbers? What are we doing with numbers? That's all it is. It's not the number gripper. Nothing like that. This one has the potential to be a good one. This one has the nice high raised knurling. So we might get some nice squeaks when we go wire bristle. I need to do my candle over there, Bath and Body cinnamon sugared pecans. We've got one upstairs. It's I think it's called Alpine Forest. It is amazing. And since this candle is struggling, I don't know if you can see that or not, we'll probably be switching to that by next weekend, which is, think about that. We'll already have had Christmas by the next time we clean our grippers. And the time after that, we'll have already had New Year's. So we're going to finish this handle nylon brush. On this one, we're going to go wire brush because I want people to see the difference in noise. So again, I'll clean this. I won't say anything. I find nylon, it's relaxing, no doubt. However, we're going to go nylon. I'm sorry, we're putting the nylon down. We're going to go wire bristle on this one. Now, some of the chalk's been removed surfacely from the dampness on my fingers, which you can see, I think. But we certainly haven't got in there, so. And for me, that's just where it's at. That hard bristly. Yeah, that's amazing. It really is. We're going to go to the 107 next. You know what? The other thing I haven't mentioned that I like, a lot of the times I clean it this way, and cleaning it downstroking, bristles away, means that none of the sludge will hit the lens, but visually, seeing the different bristles kick into gear, it is another component that I like. And if I'm not going live where it can hit the camera, I often clean it that way. Let's go 107. This gripper we used last night as the last gripper. We hit our 11 reps on it. We only needed 6. We were so happy. There we go, really getting after it now. Go back to nylon. All those bubbles are great, but get them out of there. The bubbles, that's just the water, H2O, right? Hitting the magnesium carbonate, that's what chalk is. Look at all that, you see that in the palm of the hand? I think the camera picks it up. That's chalk. Sweat and chalk. There, I've made a lot of friends with that comment, I'm sure. For some reason the bubbles are really stuck on this one out. Checking. Not really sure why. Nice, nice. It's going very well tonight. Again, it's so relaxing doing this, having the occasional comment to respond to. It doesn't get much better for me on a Sunday night. After this, I have a chocolate dip cone. My daughter and I had bought some frozen ice cream cones. Peppermint flavor. They're passing it off as a Christmas flavor, which I don't know, I guess maybe. So I'm going to smash one of those. Then I'm going to throw down and just watch some awesome TV. I'll probably pass out on the couch. It's been a nice long day. That's why it's nice to be doing something you like. We'll do it more like brushing teeth on this one. Rotate it, quarter. See how wide it is? See how dirty it is? We go live every night, 8:30 to 9. Sometimes it's relaxing like this, cleaning grippers. It's not always. Sometimes we do other things on here. We had a good stretching session not too long ago where we used the Bosu ball, because if you use the Bosu ball, there's actually a lot of ways you can train your abs I don't think a lot of people know about, and there's a lot you can do stretching-wise on one of those. Look at that. Embarrassing how dirty that one was. But we're restoring them, that's fine. The next time I do this, should be next Saturday or Sunday, I'll start with the handles. Then I'll use the 5-in-1 oil, and I'll get it going on the spring. That's an interesting watch because I have to remove layers of rust. For those of you that have been here, I really appreciate it. If you sub it, you'll never miss all the fun things we do, whether it's tried and true or experimental. This is now the number 1. It's the last gripper we had to clean. I tell you what, it's looking absolutely fantastic. Thanks for swinging by. My pleasure.